down the corner playing in UC Berkeley. I was the man every week. My name in the Campanelli. J Kid kicking ass like Jim Kelly.
Well, congratulations to Luka Doncic for getting the 40-point performance. It was a great day.
Man, you know what? On a day where President basically blinked about the tariff and regretted those tariffs and tried to play it off like, I had this done all right, but he basically blinked. You get people getting on about how these prices was, even the billionaires was. It seemed like the Mavericks kind of blinked tonight. It made me look buyer's remorse. Even I didn't see this coming. I thought Luka had a good game. I didn't think he had 45 and I certainly didn't pick the Mavs to lose this game. I had to win by 10. But looking at Jason Kidd, he looked like somebody just shot his dog right now. As I'm looking on the TV as he doing the press conference. Mavs lose. Not only Mavs lose, Mavs get throttled. 112. I mean, but they didn't get throttled, but they got throttled in the fourth quarter. 112-97. It was Luka early and often hitting his threes, and we always say when Luka's hitting his threes, he's basically a matchup nightmare. And then once he hits the threes, you got to come up on him. He goes to the basket, gets his layup game going, and gets the assist game going. Yeah, man. And speaking on the other hand, AD got retraded for him. He looked like the number 2 I always thought he was, but right now he looked like a number 3. I thought he was gonna dominate against a small team, but like we said, like somebody said on Twitter, he was talking about, well, Jake Kidd, they know how to guard Luka. Well, same thing goes for the Lakers. They know how AD plays, and boy, they put up a masterful defensive performance. JJ Redick had a great defensive scheme for AD, and he couldn't solve the riddle. So I want to read some. You know, when we have these kind of things right here, Walter, I like to go to.
Hold on, don't read them just yet because we got Coach Kidd. Okay.
Yeah. It looked like something. If you look at it, it looked like somebody just shot his dog when Tim McMahon asked him a certain question. But we'll listen. We're here right here.
Yeah, Chicken, I hear about Tobias too, but Tobias is straightening himself. What he did tonight. I mean, showing up to a Mavs arena in a Luka Doncic Lakers jersey.
Yeah, I'm still kind of mad. What did Maxie Cleveland do not to get a tribute video, man? I mean, how Maxie get caught that straight? I mean, good grief. Let's hear him coach. Let's hear him coach.
Okay, if Coach Kidd could come up right about. Okay, there we go. All right, we finally got Coach Kidd.
All right.
Let's go over to Coach Kidd and hear he had to say about tonight's loss to Luka Doncic.
Yeah. Look like he got shot with a dog. All you
guys were in the arena cheering for away team.
Look like he got shot with a dog when Tim McMahon asked him this question.
Including the guy that's sitting over there in Oak Cliff, even though he claims he took the Mavericks.
I was not. I picked the Mavs to win this game.
You can pick the Mavs to win, but that don't mean you was cheering for him, but it's all right.
I wasn't cheering for him. I'm just laughing at the situation. Coach Kidd.
That's just as good as cheering. But here's Coach Kidd.
You just an angry man.
Real Mavs fan around here today.
You just an angry.
Very difficult, and he got it going. He made the layups, he made the threes, and so whenever he gets going like that, it's tough. You try to take the others away, but he was really good tonight.
What did you think of the emotions of the night? Especially starting off with the tribute video. I'm sure you look down there and see Luka cry, and you see hear the fans. What did you think of just the emotion?
It was incredible. It was the fans were great. The tribute was great. Luka's performance was great. it was great. You know, that's who Luka is. I've said that as when he was with the Mavs. He's one of the best players in the world, and he displayed that again tonight.
Does this kind of performance make you regret the organization's decision to give him up?
No, I have a job to do, and that's to coach the players that are in that locker room. We've gone through the groceries, right? So the guys in that locker room, I got to put them in a better position to win, and I just didn't do that tonight. We're getting healthy. We're getting off a minute restriction, and so we have 2 games left to get things going in the right direction before we play Sacramento. And so that's all we're worried about. Understanding all the emotions and all the attention on this game. This game is over. There's nothing we can do. He's not coming back as a Mav. He's with the Lakers, and so we have to move forward, and that's what we've done.
How does the fan base just move forward after this?
You would have to ask them. I mean, that's, you know, I'm not the one cheering or booing. And so I think time and winning. I think that's what it comes down to. And the Mavs are used to winning here of late. And this isn't a dig at anybody, but we've only won 1 championship as a Maverick. And so understand that that's the next goal is to win number 2 and with the guys in that locker room. And so that's what we have to do. We got to keep working and get ready for the next game.
You guys had to leave there early in the fourth quarter. Then LeBron kind of took over a little bit. What did he do to turn the table in there?
Yeah, he did the same thing in L.A. We thought we were back in the game, and I said we took the lead, and then all of a sudden he appears. And so when you focus so much on Luka, he took advantage of it, and he knows how to do that. And he's played this game for a couple years, and so he understands when to go, and he went at the right time, and there was nothing that we could do.
You've obviously been on both sides of Luka being in that sort of a groove now. How do you kind of decide how much you want to commit to getting the ball out of his hands, versus, risking him going for 28 or 30, I guess 31 and a half?
Yeah, I think there's 2 ways to look at it. We're in the game, and he was going off. Like, we're right there. Actually, Dwayne just brought it up. We took the lead with the great performance. So it's a team game, just understand, like, we're going to always look at the stars and point them out, but we put ourselves at home against a hot team, and we just couldn't execute offensively, and then we couldn't get stops on the other end, and that's just something that we have to go back and we'll look at as we get healthy and guys start to play more minutes and get used to each other. We're not that far off with all the injuries and everything that we've been through. We gave a very good team a fight and just came up short.
How did tonight compare to the idea you had maybe coming in atmosphere-wise versus pregame into the first tip? How did that compare to maybe what you thought it would be in your head?
What did I think? I knew it was going to be an emotional night. But when you try to take the emotion out and just focus on the game. And that's what, I thought the group in that locker room did a really good job, of being down at half. We're in the ball game. We take the lead. And we just got to clean up a couple of things on the offense and defensive end. And maybe it's a different story, but it's a great lesson learned for a group that's new, that's going into a play-in situation to be able to go through and understand what it takes to win. Thanks.
That was Coach Kidd there. You got any strife with what he said? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me unmute you.
Nah, he's just
okay,
he shout out to Tim McMahon for asking them questions for him. Tim McMahon, a gangster. No, man. Listen, it is what it is, man. Well, the worst possible scenario came into play tonight. Not only now you've lost 3 in a row, and very handily got lost 3 in a row. The Mavericks,
seems to think we're going ahead and play San Antonio because he said we got to get ready. I mean, I'm sorry, Sacramento. So,
but you actually got to win. You actually got to win a game, and hope Phoenix loses.
I think he's banking on Phoenix. I think he knows.
Yeah, So we hope that happens. But This is the worst possible scenario. Mavericks probably even if Phoenix wins tonight against Denver, they've locked up the 9 seed. And but as we saw today, hell, going on the road might not be a bad thing for the Mavericks right now because their fan base hates them. And they really hate them. I've never seen. Listen, I'll let Walt take the phone, but I just gotta take this. If you put the screen on me, I just gotta get this out.
Go ahead, sir.
I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
I've never seen.
Well, go ahead.
I've never seen it. I've never seen that before.
Yeah,
That's the first time for everything with David. Yeah. I've seen a player come back to his old stomping grounds and literally get cheered from the start to the finish. The man got a standing ovation at the start of the game. He got a standing ovation at the end of the game. Every time he touched the ball, it was cheers. But it's self-evident because, hey, listen, the guy didn't want to leave. It's a business. We understand that. Reading something, true words from Luka Doncic, I guess in his post game, from Landon Thomas. I love the fans. I love this city, but it's time to move on. It's time to move on. The trades happen. He's not coming back. In my personal opinion, yes, it was a stupid trade. I don't believe in trading old for young. I always I always want to keep the young energy moving. But it happened. It is what it is. This is the team now. And you got to accept that. You got to move on. But my God, the man put on a show, especially in that first half. I mean, it was a bad look. He gave you everything that he showed you.
Expected. That was expected.
He gave no, you didn't expect it. You still said, oh, yeah, you saying that now.
Everybody had him go. Everybody had him scoring 60 tonight anyway. Everybody coming back for 60.
Well, my God, he looked like he was going to score 60. The only reason why he didn't score 60 is because Jason Kidd finally said, we got to double this, man. We can't play him one-on-one. But he gave you everything. He showed you his 6 years here in Dallas that made him a 5-time first-team All-NBA player, a guy who has led the Mavericks to 2 conference finals and an NBA finals. That's that. Nobody can rebut that. He did that. And as a lower seed, that's really unusual to help lead a team with a lower seed to an NBA finals. That's only happened in the history of the NBA. That's only happened 6 times. He's one of those 6 guys to help to lead his team. So, but he shows you the whole variety of option he has as an offensive player. And LeBron just came in the fourth quarter and just did the damn thing, man. He came in, closed it out. He was a man on a mission. Say, hey, little bro, we're not gonna lose this game. But the guy who needs to take some heat is one Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis. I've said this before, and I'm gonna keep saying it until he proves me wrong. Anthony Davis is a generational talent that does not know he's a generational talent. I said that on Twitter 6 years ago, and I think I've been proven right. I think that was before the New Orleans trade. He's a generational talent who does not know he's a generational talent. He does not know the moment, and this was some of his problem in New Orleans. Why he was that good of a player, but he could never get his team to a playoff spot. And he had good players around him at that time, so I don't want to hear that either. And tonight's game, he became a backseat player. And this was the frustration, why I'm told, with the Lakers organization, especially with LeBron. He's not attending to the moment. 13 and 11. You say, no, not for him. Not for a guy that's all he's 13 points on 13 shots. He missed 4 free throws today. He only had 6 assists. He was not aggressive. Even he was not aggressive when he he stood away from the moment. I said, and I said this to Walt. I said, "Oh, LeBron's guarding. This should be interesting because I wanted to see if AD would go at him. Even though they're good friends, I'm gonna go at you, bro, because I don't believe in good God mighty run. This is my opinion that you didn't know that I got traded, and you look like you happy when I did. If you didn't know, it looked like you was happy when I got up out and he got Luka, and it was like he was taking it easy on LeBron. When LeBron was guarding him, it was no post move, it was no aggressiveness. It was nothing. It was just like I got the ball, I'm kicking about because if you notice something, the Lakers, you watch the game, the Lakers doubled AD when it was any other player other than LeBron.
His cookies all night.
Yeah, when it was any other player other than LeBron. But when it was LeBron, bro, it was 1-on-1. And I expected him to go at him, and he didn't. This is why I
hate to interrupt this rant you going on, but we got Naji Marshall at the podium doing
Naji Marshall played great today, man.
Damn good game tonight for Naji Marshall. Kind of the game he was looking for from AD tonight, but you got it out of Naji Marshall.
That's the problem. I need to get it out of AD.
Okay, well, let's hear what Naji had to say.
What the hell? Down Lamborghini.
What did you make of the tribute to Luka and all this?
It was beautiful. Luka means so much to the city and vice versa. Luka moved from his country to America, starting in Dallas. So I know it's a real feeling for him and just all love.
You've seen this a lot from him. How difficult is it when he gets it going like that? How difficult is it to slow him down?
I mean, you guys see it out there, man. He's one of a kind. And we all know what he's capable of. We've seen this story before. So shout out to Luka, man. I know that meant everything to him to just come back and do that. So shout out to him.
You felt like that was kind of deserved reaction from the crowd just in terms of showing that love?
I mean, I guess those are his fans. So, yeah.
I'm sure you had an idea coming in of what the atmosphere, the emotion was going to be like, but got in and saw him maybe crying and the tribute. Like, what's going through your mind before?
I mean, I already knew it would be like that. Like I said, man, the city, Luka means so much to the city, and you guys mean so much to him. So I just knew when he come back and just a generational player like that, I know people love to see. So I just knew it was going to be like this. I knew he was going to cry. So shout out to Luka again, man. He did his thing.
Why do you know he's going to cry?
Because I just know that's mad love out there. Anybody would cry, for real, for real.
Despite all that, he had 38, I believe, after 3 quarters. And you guys were in the lead early in the fourth quarter. And then LeBron took over. What did he do to turn the tables in that?
Just was LeBron, and that's what those two guys can do. Take over games, whenever they feel like needed to be. And shout out to the Lakers, man. They did their job and got the win.
How much did the 20 turnovers take tonight?
Most definitely. Got to take care of the ball. When we take care of the ball, we can get good shots or any shots we want, we feel like. So something that we definitely have to correct, but we be all right.
Naji, I know it's not the exact same scenario, but you're a player that means so much to the city of New Orleans. So seeing Luka mean so much to the city of Dallas. How do you describe what it means to mean a lot to a franchise?
Oh, well, hold on. It's levels because New Orleans, they gave me a tribute at the timeout, and it was 10 seconds. Luka, I mean, I can only imagine, bro. Like you said, they love me in New Orleans, but the love they have for him out here, man, it looks surreal, like a dream come true. I think everybody was amazing tonight, for sure.
I know you try to block things up, but are you relieved, refreshed, happy that this night came and is now gone and you guys can look ahead?
I wouldn't say I'm anything. It's just another night, another game. We play Toronto next, so just looking forward to get a W, finish off strong, get a play-in, and make the playoffs.
What do you guys got to do to beat Toronto and clinch that last play-in?
Just play Dallas Mavericks basketball, share the ball, play defense, run in transition, and just be who we know we can be. Take care of the ball. Thank you, y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Kendrick, for the first time ever, I'm about to do something that I never thought I would do on this broadcast. This is going to be a first bFb exclusive right here. Okay. For the first time, we are about to go behind enemy lines right now because one Luka Doncic is at the podium, and we are going to listen to this this press conference by one Luka Doncic. Oh man,
What's wrong with you? Should be great.
1 second. Any beef with what Naji had to say?
No, he basically told the truth. I mean, he's a generational player. That's that is what it is. The fans love him. I mean, he was baptized by dirt, and here, and he did what generational players do. They play great when the stage is big, and the stage is big. We always seen Luka on these big stages play great games, and it is but like you said, so the Mavericks.
All right, Kendrick.
Let's go, Luka. Go, Luka.
Let's not keep the people waiting. Here's Luka Doncic in his post-game interview.
Luka, how did you go from the emotions of the video, then playing the way that you played?
Good question. I don't really know. Like I said, post-game interview, after that video, I was like, there's no way I'm playing this game. It was so many emotions, and I just went out there and just played basketball.
When you checked out, or there's a timeout, I guess, before you checked out, you had 45 points, come to the bench. Some of the fans in the arena are chanting Luka, and your Laker teammates are jumping up and down and chanting it too. What was that moment like for you, and how do you think this was an eventful day for the Lakers as a team and you being a part of them?
Big time, because they all had my back. That's what we talked about before the game, and everybody had my back, from coaches to players. And, we're trying to build something special here, and that was really, really, really nice to see.
I know we talked about this last night a little bit. You said, you knew it was going to be an emotional night, but you weren't fully sure what to expect. I guess when you woke up this morning, even got to the arena, more so even pregame, what were you feeling as you walk through this arena for the first time in a while, as you see these faces? What were you feeling in those moments specifically?
Well, it was a little bit of both, happy and angry, but it's nice to see some familiar faces here. I spent a lot of times with them, but like you said, it was a lot of emotions. When I woke up, I was tired. I didn't sleep much. I was excited about this game, and I really appreciate the fans, the way they reacted to me.
Luka, what was the exhale like after? The exhale, was there a sigh of relief or exhaustion from you after tonight to be able to put this back?
I'm tired. But I'm happy. I'm happy it's over. Now I can get some sleep finally. But like I said, it was an amazing experience. Like I said, the fans, the way they accepted me, cheered for me, it was just unbelievable.
Luka, you had that moment after you checked out where you got a standing ovation from the crowd, you got a standing ovation from the bench, and then you sat down and you were surrounded by everyone standing. What was going through your head there when you kind of sat by yourself for 30 seconds?
Honestly, I don't really know. I wasn't even thinking. I was just happy. I wasn't really thinking. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say, because I wasn't really thinking. I was just saying there, it's over, we won, and I had a great time.
Luka, Dave alluded to this a little bit, but not just tonight's win, but beating OKC in the way that you did, hanging in the second game. What kind of collective confidence does this give you guys? As you still need one win to secure the 3 seed, but what confidence does it give you as you approach the playoffs?
I mean, first of all, it's a big time that we clinched playoff spot. It's a big time. You don't want to play in play-in. You get some rest. But obviously, we won the 3rd seed, and we're gonna go after it for sure.
Luka, if you can explain in Spanish, si nos puedes hablar en español un poco qué pasaba por tu cabeza cuando estabas viendo el vídeo, cuando te has emocionado, y bueno, un poco si este partido, quizás ya que haya pasado, es un poco una liberación para ti, para ya centrarte en lo importante.
Sí, bueno, ha pasado muchas cosas por mi cabeza. Creo que muchas emociones, he vivido momentos increíbles aquí. Vine aquí con 18 años, no sabía lo que esperar. Entonces me hiciera como una casa aquí, mi segunda casa. Y bueno, han sido muchas emociones. Y bueno, era un partido que siempre lo veía adelante y por fin se ha acabado. Y ahora hay que seguir adelante. Sí.
Luka, specifically, during that pregame video, what were some of the moments that found you, made you most emotional? Was there anything in particular that really stuck out to you as you kind of looked back at sort of, your basketball career in America kind of compressed into 2 minutes?
I mean, all of it for sure, but I mean, I'll probably say that the shot in the finals of the conference finals, we were always the underdog in every series. So the way we came together and played together, it was just another level, and everybody was locked in, and I would say that was the moment when I remember last year.
Luka, there was a lot of moments there with your former teammates. You had exchanges, you had embraces. What was that like for you personally, just given everything you just mentioned? You've been through with them, and then I saw you had a moment there with AD at the end. And what can you share about that conversation?
Yeah, I mean, those are, like I say, those are my brothers. I know we're not on the same team now, but I always have contact with them. We went through wars together, and it was just like, it was nice to see everybody. In the end, with AD, we got traded for each other. So from now on, everybody gonna compare us to. I think he's an amazing player, and I think he's gonna do really good in Dallas.
Luka, you spoke back in February about how it would take time for closure. You said after this game on the broadcast, it's time to move on. Do you feel like you have closure?
It's a hard question. I mean, for sure, it's a little bit more. Talking about closure sometimes hard because, like I said, I spend a lot of time here. Great moments, but it's like I say, it's getting more and more, and I got to focus on different things now.
Last one right there. And it's stripes. Yep.
Luka, ¿qué tal?
Buenas
noches. ¿Cómo se describe una jornada como esta y qué mensaje le mandarías a los aficionados de los Mavs que te extrañan demasiado y que no superan? Gracias.
Bueno, lo primero, les echo de menos yo también muchísimo. Como he dicho, he pasado mucho tiempo con ellos, me han aceptado de una manera increíble. Y bueno, lo que he vivido hoy, no hay mucha gente que pueda decir que ha vivido eso. Y estoy muy agradecido por poder estar aquí 6 años.
Thanks, Luka.
Thank you.
Well, there you go, Kendrick. You got your post-game interview from Luka. So how do you feel about his, his
whoa. You put that on there. I didn't tell you to put that on there. You decided to put that on there. But hey, yep, I'm glad you did.
I know how much you like Luka, and I know how much you love me.
Okay,
you got your post-game interview.
Listen, I appreciate. Unlike your superficial behind, I actually appreciate what the guy actually done here. Listen. Some people may have been disappointed last season with the finals run. Yeah, been up here to spot, but you lost to the best team in the NBA last season. Boo-hoo. A team in the Boston Celtics only lost 3 playoff games that year. 1 to you. Luka, his last 2 playoff losses, he lost to the eventual NBA champions, the Golden State Warriors in 2022 and the Boston Celtics 2024. That could be worse things to happen. Like I said before, I don't agree with the trade. I don't agree with trading old for young. I just don't. I think you buy your time with wherever window you can possibly get. You keep that window open. But hey, it's something AD that Nico Harrison believed in, but he didn't show up today. Like I said before, AD is a generational talent who doesn't know he's a generational talent. That's the reason why he never could get his teams in New Orleans to a playoff spot. That's the reason why he played with LeBron. He won a championship in the bubble with LeBron and didn't do too much anything else after then. That's just the fact. You can if all you want to. That's the fact. Because if he did, he'd still be in LA. But listen, this is the Mavs. The only way the Mavs can get over this, like Coach Kidd said, they gotta win a championship because that's what it's all about.
True.
You gotta win a championship, and if you don't, you look stupid. And if you look stupid,
this game would have went a little bit different or better if Kyrie was here tonight.
I'm gonna say the same thing that what's called said. Kyrie played in the first game with Luka and they lost. Do I think
they have AD?
Do I think? Well, you can say all you want. The players is on the floor. Listen,
we've only seen Kyrie and AD for like what, a couple minutes.
Reason why is because both of them are injury-prone players. You got what you got. I mean, that's just facts. I'm not sitting up in line to nobody.
Yeah, I can't argue on that one.
These are two guys who've had their share of injuries all through their career. They're not healthy players. And having Kyrie basically blow out his left knee at age 34, probably gonna miss a whole year. I'm
not looking to see Kyrie at least until February of next year.
That's a killer blow right there.
Maybe after the All-Star break next year is when you can probably expect to see Kyrie.
And like I told Tobias, agreed. Even if he's back, he's not back because it takes you a full year to get not mentally over that what happened to you on there, because you got to trust your body again. But the situation they're in, they need to go out because they're not doing anything this playoff. Listen, you got too many bigs, and like we talked about this. The Mavs are sitting up here trying to play 1990s basketball in a league that doesn't play that way anymore. The league's now based on switchable players that switch out. You trying to play basic old 1990s basketball. All these centers, you got to find somebody's got to go. Now, remember 2 years ago we said we have no centers, we got too many. You're gonna have to find a trade partner to get a guard or another wing player who has some kind of skill, like a Kevin Durant or something like that, or maybe a little lesser. But you got to get something. Most definitely between now and October, the point guard position has to change because Jason Kidd said it wasn't good enough by putting Spencer Dinwiddie on the bench.
Look at this guy right here. I hope Kyrie opts out the player option to sign with the Lakers. That ain't gonna happen. The Mavericks are ready to pay Kyrie. They ready to give Kyrie the bag.
Well, Capazzo, he's half right because they got no choice.
Right.
Kyrie can ask for the whole max, and they got no choice but to give it to him because they had an option. They got another option. That's the reason why. That's the reason why people said. That's the reason why people say they wanted Austin Reeves in this deal, which didn't make no sense. You didn't get what you're supposed to get for him. But now you
feel about John Morant coming here in the right to carry state. I mean, he likes to do his gun. Just won't have any beef here with that.
Listen, I don't understand why you want all these guys who's got more holes in their game than Luka. John Morant's a guy who can't shoot the ball. He can't shoot the ball. He's not a good defensive player. He's not a good assist man. He's athletic. I give him that. He's very athletic. But he's got holes in his game too. If he didn't, who you talking about? What are you looking at?
I'm talking about you.
Johnson. Well, I'm telling the truth. I'm not sitting up here lying. What Western Conference Finals did John Morant taking the Grizz to? What do you mean Finals did John Morant taking the Grizzlies to? They took him to nothing. He ain't took
the
them
man got hurt when he single-handedly almost put the Golden State Warriors out. He got hurt. That's the reason why the Warriors came back in.
He got hurt. He got hurt. It's kind of funny how you offer that grace for a guy that's over in another team, but you never offer that grace for Luka. But that's fine though. That's fine. It's all these other guys. You just I don't know. Maybe because they black or something. I don't know. That's just me. I don't care if you're black, white. If you can play, you can play. It don't make no color. Don't make no
The
reason.
Phoenix Suns are up 51-41 in the second.
Oh, hey, well, you don't have that grace. So, but listen, whoever it is, John Morant, Trae Young, who tried to float that around. I'm saying what? So you want a smaller version of Luka Doncic?
Yeah, but I sure like that 3-point shooting he's got. Sure do like that.
Well, he sure didn't show it here at the AAC last game.
Wow.
Because Caleb Williams, who basically didn't do nothing ever since, put him in the seatbelt and strapped him in. So, but hey, what is this? Spencer Dinwiddie ain't the answer. He ain't the answer, and that was shown because he didn't get the starting. I think he only played.
Excuse me. I just want to backtrack real quick. You said that Trae Young got the clamps put on him, and he had 25 and 12 and 4.
Yeah, but he had 19 in the first quarter.
Oh, okay.
In the first half, but what happened in the second half? Okay, they just put Caleb Williams out there and he clamped them up. But that's a Trae Young issue. But yeah, it's kind of funny how you trying to get all these guys who
I'm trying to get all-star players here. I mean,
no, I think you're trying to get black all-star players, but that's that's okay.
Trae Young is mixed. What are you talking about?
Listen. President Johnson said back in the 20s, said if you just 3/4 black, you black. So
I need you to check me up on something though. I need you to check me up on something.
Go ahead.
Talk to me about these standings again real quick because I'm lost. Okay, so what has to happen?
The Mavericks need a combination. I'm speaking in the Mavericks terms. The Mavericks need a combination of a Phoenix loss and a win, or they need to win out. And if they win out, it doesn't matter what Phoenix does.
Aren't we like 3 games ahead of them though?
Yo, 2 now. Because Phoenix has more games to play, but the only way Phoenix can get back in it is that the Mavericks lose out and the Suns win out. If the Mavericks lose their last 2 games and Phoenix somehow wins their last, then the Mavericks out because they time and the tiebreaker is held by Phoenix. The scenario with the Sacramento Kings is if they win one more game, they clinch the 9 seed. They don't have to win tonight. If they win any one game of their last 2 or 3, they clinch the 9 seed. So that's with the Sacramento Kings because they also hold the tiebreaker over the Mavericks. That's them tiebreakers again. With the Lakers, if somebody just tweeted me about the Lakers, they tweeted me right here. It says, "Thank you for watching." You tweeted about with the Lakers. They hold all the tiebreakers with the Grizzlies, with the Clippers, with the Nuggets. Who else? Basically everybody underneath them, they hold the tiebreakers. So if the Lakers are tied with all those teams, they're going to clinch the 3 seed. All the Lakers need is one more win to clinch the 3 seed. And they got 2 more left. You probably thinking they're going to get it because they got Portland in one of those, and Portland is back to tanking since they know they're not in the playoff hunt. So they pretty much going to get that 3 seed. But yeah, the Mavericks. Listen, it was bad. Listen, they needed to win one of those games. In LA, they needed to win one of those games, especially the game where AD was in there. They needed to win that game, and they got handled in both of those games. They got literally handled. But like I said before, Walt,
I see Kawhi take the slowest layup ever, and they still lost that game.
So Kawhi said, "Damn, man, I look healthy when I'm playing against the Mavericks."
That was the slowest layup I ever seen in my life. I was like, somebody could catch him on that one. Good Lord.
No, apparently not. But they were handled in the Intuit Dome. I put on the group chat the Mavs went into it at the Intuit Dome because they got handled in both games, and now they turn around and lose to the Lakers at home. In the game they needed to win, not just for the standard, but personally, this is a bad look. Like I said, it's bad for AD. Didn't show up in this game. But hey, you got the Toronto Raptors. A game you better win. If the Mavericks lose that game, all bets off. All bets off. The season is literally on the line Friday night. You facing a dog team in the Toronto Raptors who've already waved the white flag. You need to get that game. But I can't put nothing past it, Walt, because it's the same team that lost at home to the Brooklyn Nets and the Philadelphia 76ers.
Oh my God! Right.
In this past month. So I'm not putting anything past the Mavericks. They lost at home to those two teams. If you beat those two teams, we're not talking about any of this. We're in the play-in. We're not talking about any of this. So those were two bad losses you had. So this is where the Mavs are now. They're fighting for the playoff lives. Walt, do you know what the score is? Anybody can tell me what the score is now with Phoenix? Anna, can you tell me what the score is with Phoenix now? What the score is?
Well, while that's happening, you want to go ahead and do the highlights and the stats and facts and on this game?
Sure.
Yeah, we got the highlights.
Before we do that, let me see this right quick. Oh, they don't show it. Okay, I was trying to look.
Who are they playing?
I don't know, Walter. I don't know. I know they're playing tonight. Are they playing Golden State? No, they play Golden State. They got
Suns are up 58-47 with 3 minutes and 51 left in the second.
Who are they playing, Anna? That's what we need to know, who they're playing.
OKC.
Why? Well, you know why? You know why? OKC's basically sitting their players for the rest of the year. They've already clinched everything.
I can believe that.
I'm pretty sure Shea and Jalen, and all the guys are not playing tonight. They played. It's the second night off of back-to-back. They got the win against the Lakers. So yeah, Phoenix are probably they're the beneficiary of probably nobody playing. And in the Denver game, Denver's leading Sacramento 51-47, 4:48 left in the first half of that one. Okay, let's get to the stats and facts of this Maverick loss. That's the third straight loss. I guess you can say that Mavs, they don't love LA. They keep getting hot L's too. So let's get to it. Stats and facts brought to you by me, myself, and I am Walt Chisholm. Let's get to the team stats, if you don't mind. The Mavericks shoot 50% from the field.
Okay, Derek Lively coming out slamming the ball hard.
Yeah,
was I tripping? Did he get benched tonight? I didn't see a lot of him tonight.
You didn't. And that's a scary thing. That means he probably could be on the trading.
Oh, that's right. He's on a minute. I forgot he's on a minute restriction. That's right.
He on a minute restriction, but he didn't look good in the minutes he had. The Mavericks shoot
coming off the injury. Let me get the man.
Bro,
he had a broken foot.
Well, the other team doesn't care. The Mavericks shoot 50%. Mavericks shoot 50% from the field. Yeah, he sure did. He was giving it to him. The Mavericks shoot 50% from the field. The Lakers shoot 47% from the field. Here's the tale of the tape right here. The Mavericks were 9 out of 26 from 3. 9 out of 26 from 3. That's 35%. The Lakers were 12 out of 36 from 3. That's 33%, but they hit 3 more threes. Free throw line, the Mavericks were god awful in this game. It was 16 out of 23. I guess those 5 Nico chances really got to them at the free throw line. That's 69%. Meanwhile, the Lakers, they were 16 out of 21 for the free throw line. Those by Luka. I mean, if he didn't miss the free throw, hell, he might win it. That was 76% for the Lakers. Rebounds were even 39 to 38. Favor the Lakers. Offensive board. This is a shocker right here. Offensive boards were well endowed by the Lakers, 15-9. You're the bigger team and you let the Lakers out offensive rebounding? Wow. Assists 30 to 22. Favor.
Let me enjoy this ride. Luka with a step back 3 on AD. In your face, AD.
He had a bad look in this game. 30 to 22.
Even that woman of European descent told that man in your face.
Yeah, in your face. Steals 14-6 in favor of the Lakers. Yeah, 14 steals again. Oh yeah, 20. Yeah, this is telling 6 blocks to none in favor of the Mavericks.
Next time.
But Walt, this is what killed the Mavericks, and Jason Kidd talked about this. The Mavericks
Oh,
had
man.
20 turnovers in this game.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah. PJ
20
Washington.
20. Listen, 20 turnovers will get you beat by Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship.
I'm telling you,
That's how
I'm almost certain 15 of them was PJ Washington. They had 20, 15 of them was PJ.
We'll find out in a minute. Meanwhile, the Lakers had 12. The Mavericks had 25 points. The Mavericks gave up 25 points off those 20 turnovers. That's the game.
Whoa!
Right
That is a man get up there and do something like that.
I don't know, man. He's maybe the greatest athlete in sports.
Yeah, I mean, good God. I thought Deion Sanders was the greatest athlete ever, but
yeah, he
I
may
mean,
be
LeBron
the greatest
might be-
athlete in sports of all time. Meanwhile, the Lakers gave up 14 points off their 12 turnovers. Fast 8 points, 15-13 in favor of the Lakers. Points in the paint, another shocker right here. Maybe that's because LeBron was going buck wild in the paint. 58-48 points in the paint in favor of the Lakers, while AD just standing out there taking jump shots in this game. Let's get to the individual
Sounds
stats,
like they
if
kind
you
of bother
will.
you. Keep bringing that up. Sounds like they kind of bother you. Keep bringing that up.
When I see a 7-foot man just standing out there taking jump shots and he's not a jump shooter, I'm trying to see what's wrong.
I mean, that's why he doesn't play the center position. He wants to take those jump shots, Kendrick.
Well, maybe somebody need to get in his behind and say, hey, he's 7 foot, 250 pounds, act like it. All right.
Yeah, when you do that as a coach, that gets you fired. When you do that as a coach or player, that gets you fired.
Well, I'll tell you what. Guys are getting fired anyway, so why would go out on the shield?
I'm starting to question if Jason Kidd's job is safe.
Well, I don't know. He kind of looked a little off when he asked me about he asked me about that. I just figured
You regret it.
You regret it. I mean, he kind of looked you looked 2 or 3 seconds at him.
What kind of question is that, Tim McMahon? You can't ask him that.
Yeah, Tim McMahon, he hated by everybody. I'm pretty sure that Jason Kidd hated right now with that question. Speaking of hating, Rudy Hutchinson-Moore, he was hating on the Mavericks. He hated on the Mavericks for 15 points. He's a plus 21. He had 2 assists, 1 steal, and 2 boards. He was 5 out of 10 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 38 minutes.
You bring it up. Rudy was a hater tonight. When did he start knocking down all those threes? What was that about?
Rudy shoots about 40% from threes this year. I don't know what happened, but he turned himself to a 3-point shooter this year. Maybe LeBron said if you don't start shooting, maybe LeBron says if you don't start hitting these threes, you're gonna find yourself out in the city like AD. I know you got two or three women in that and down in what's that place up there? What's that place? In LA? I forgot what it's called. But anyway, speaking of LeBron James. Bel Air. I know you got 2 or 3 women in Bel Air. If you want to see them every day, you need 3. Speaking of LeBron James, 36 minutes. He was 11 out of 20. He was 0-4 from 3, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. But all those points was from the paint. I mean, he was giving it to him. He was a locomotive. I mean, he bumped Walt. Remember we talking about? He bumped Gafford afterward.
Oh my God! Gafford was a man. Was a boy on
You know what? Hold on. Yeah, you gotta trade Gafford out of that. He took a charge. He took a charge on. He tried to take a charge on Reeves. He tried to take a charge on. You got traded. Nah, you gotta get traded, man. You can't take no charge like that. On no point guard. Come on, what you doing? LeBron James had 27 points. He's a plus 18. 3 assists, 7 boards, had 1 steal in this game. Jackson Hayes, he only played 14 minutes. He had 3 points. He was a -9. He had 5 boards, though, 2 steals in this game. He was 1 out of 3 from the field in 14 minutes. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Luka Doncic, as we said, my bFb, DFW, player of the game. Luka
what a
Doncic,
shock.
38 minutes.
What a shock.
When I'm about to read these stats, you're gonna wonder. You're gonna say, "Hey, I know why."
You could have given LeBron.
16 out of 28,
out.
7 of 10. 7 of 10 from the field. Yeah, but LeBron didn't have no pressure on him. He just playing the backup role. He was 6 of 9 from the free throw line. 45 points. 45 points in 38 minutes. He was a plus 26. He had 4 steals. Man, Luka don't play defense, so he had 4 steals. He was taking 4 cookies from somebody. I think all of them from AD. He also had 6 assists and 8
Probably from PJ
rebounds
Washington.
in
The way
this
he
game.
got there turning the ball over. Good Lord.
Yeah, I think 2 or more from PJ Washington. We're gonna get a PJ Washington in a minute. Austin Reeves, he was taking some of AD's cookies and PJ Washington. 38 minutes, 4 of 10 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 11 points. He was a plus 19. He had 1 steal, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds in this game.
If we had
Dorian
Williams
Finney-Smith,
tonight, we probably would have won, man.
yeah, Dorian Finney-Smith, where was his tribute video, man? 33 minutes.
He got a
5
tribute
points.
video already when he was in Brooklyn. Stop it.
Oh, he did. Oh, okay. The way he played, I thought ain't no way hell we getting this fool no tribute video. He only had 5 points in this game. He was a plus 29. He had 5 assists and 5 boards.
I'll have you know those 5 points got him a post game interview tonight in the AAC.
Oh, they did. Damn.
Yep.
He don't take much for that in the AAC, do it. He was 2 of 8 for the field, 1 of 6 for 3. Vanderbilt, 13 minutes. He was 1 of 4 from the field. He had 5 boards, 1 assist, 2 steals. He's a
Like
2
by Dave Gafford on 1 play.
Yeah. Gabe Vincent, 17 minutes. He was 1 of 5 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3. He had 2 points in this game, minus 16. He had 1 rebound also in this game. We had Goodwin, 9 minutes. He was 0 of 1 from 3, no points. He was a minus 2. Had 2 steals and 2 boards in this game. We also had in just garbage time, Jemison the third, 2 minutes. He had no points. He was a minus 1. Ronnie James, 2 minutes. He had 1 assist in this game, no points. And Connect, 2 minutes. They didn't play Connect in this game. He usually plays in hell, not tonight. 2 minutes. He was 1 of 1
to have Connect for on my team.
2 points. Well, I asked Nico. You could have had him if you just asked for him. He was a minus 1 in this game. All right. For the Dallas Mavericks, Anthony Davis. The greatest.
You gonna read that one first? If I didn't know nothing else, I'm gonna read that one first.
The greatest number 2 in the business.
Wow. Ouch.
Well, he proved it tonight. 33 minutes, 5 of 13 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. He was 3 of 5 from the free throw line, 11 boards, 6 assists. He had 4 turnovers, though. He was a minus 10 in this game, had 13 points. Just an underwhelming performance by a guy that's supposed to be the face of the Mavericks. Unfortunately, it still is Luka. He don't even play for the Mavericks. But anyway, PJ Washington. Speaking of faces, he shouldn't show his face until October of the game he played. Good Lord. 33 minutes, he had 14 points, but it gets worse from there. The man was a minus 25. I mean, if this looked like a man who said, I want to get traded to LA to play with Luka, he did himself a favor. Because right now, Nico Harris probably looking to trade him right now. If the trade deadline wasn't still passed. He had 5 turnovers in this game. 2 steals. He had 3 rebounds. He had 3 assists and 5 rebounds. When you got just a minute turnovers, you do rebounds, you know you play a bad game in this game. 4 of 12 from the field. 3 of 7 from 3. 3 or 4 from the free throw line. PJ Washington, just a wah. Game of the night. Naji Marshall, he did all he could.
Hey, he had 1 more point than Anthony Davis.
That ain't saying much. Naji Marshall, he came to play tonight. 36 minutes. He had 23 points in this game. He was 9 of 14 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 3 or 4 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 8 assists in this game. 1 steal. He earned his money tonight. He had 23 points. He was a minus 19. Boy, he played his butt off. Derek Lively, 15 minutes. He's on minute restriction. He's 3 of 3 from the field. 6 points, minus 17. 1 steal, but didn't have a rebound in this game. Come on, man. He was center. Klay Thompson. Man, maybe Klay Thompson went back to purgatory. You know, he go in and out of prison.
I gotta be honest with you, man. I'm not happy about these numbers from Klay Thompson tonight. Klay Thompson should have more. He should have had more.
You know, Klay Thompson saw his daddy say, man, you know what, next season, you try to do your best to get here. And Klay Thompson did his best to try to get to the Lakers next season because, boy, he's looking like he want to trade him out of this game. 28 minutes, 2 of 8 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3. He only had 6 points in this game. He's a minus 19.
Yeah, come on, Klay. You got to give him more than that.
And them 2 threes he had was late in this game. Caleb Martin.
No, he had one at the beginning of the game that started off.
And then one in the fourth quarter. So what about the second and third? Feels like God dog. Caleb Martin.
I was gonna say I didn't see him on the floor a lot, but he got 28 minutes, so can't say that.
Yeah. Caleb Martin. Speaking of the guy who was on the floor, 21 minutes. He had 9 points. I would like to add Quentin Grimes got his 15th 20-point game of the season. 10 of those with the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm more about it. But anyway, that's about that. But Caleb also had a steal, 2 assists, 3 rebounds in this game. He was a +4 though in this game. He was 3 or 4 from the free throw line. Dwight Powell, he had some guards minutes. He had 2 minutes and 1 rebound. He was a +1. He had no points. Look for him to get traded next season. If Nico have anything to do with it. Dan Gafford, look for him to get traded next season. I mean, man, taking charge from Austin Reeves. I mean, good Lord. 15 minutes, he was 4 or 6 from the field, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. He's a plus 7. Had 10 points. He did fall on the ground a couple times for the big center from Arkansas. Spencer Dinwiddie, the future Beijing Dragon, 29 minutes. He only took 1 shot in this game. That was a 3. He hit it, but he only took 1 shot. 5 points. He was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. I guess he was showing his disgust of not starting. He said, you know what, when I get out of here, I'm not even going to take a shot. He had 3 rebounds, 4 assists in this game. In this game, he had a 0 on the plus minus. That was his thing, a 0. And Max Christie, he had himself a good shooting night, but not a good defense tonight. 28 minutes. Well, he did have good defense tonight. He had a couple good defensive plays in this game. He was 5 of 8 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 0 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds, 3 assists, had a steal and 2 blocks, including that block on Vanderbilt. That was awesome right there. He had 11 points, but he was a -7. And Walt, that's your stats and facts of this game. 112-97. Lakers win. They go to 49-31. The Mavericks go to 38-42. In 10th place as we speak. And Walt, that is the stats and facts. Back to you.
Well, at least the Rangers are a team that knows how to win games around here. As they smacked up on the Cubs earlier.
Yeah, man. What's happened to the Stars? The Stars have now lost 3 in a row after winning 7 straight. I'm trying to see how that math is mathing. And meanwhile, the Rangers, they lost 2 in a row, but besides they won today, so they was able to at least not get swept in the series. So do have that. But hey, guys, we got some awesome news for you. We're not talking about the Mavericks. On Monday on the 14th. Well, let them know where we're gonna be.
I'll let you go ahead and take it.
Guys,
this is your night.
We will be at the draft party. I'm telling you, when nobody believes, not even my compadre from another mommy to my left, when he didn't believe he wanted to make, let's make the playoffs. Let's make the playoffs. Let's screw that. I'm trying to win a championship. And Walt didn't believe. I single-handedly and also I single-handedly brought this to our city. I brought you another generational talent. Hey, the other basketball team traded their generational talent away. Well, guess what? The Dallas Stars are going to draft their generational talent. So, hey, tomato, join us on Monday night at the Dallas Wings draft party. It's going to be me and Walt Chisholm. We're going to be there. Say hi to us.
Jams is going to be in the house.
Sam's going to be in the house. And so we introduce the new Dallas Wings, Paige Beckers. It's going to be awesome. Basketball is back because guess what? After we just seen, that crap is over with. At least it'll be over with another week. But and we get inducted into the new face of Dallas, the new face of basketball. Paige Beckers, join us. Man, I can't wait.
Man, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when they
I may cry like Luka did today. I may give me a towel and I'll be in tears to have it again. It happened. We're back. Basketball is back. Nico tried to take it from us. Nico tried to steal it from us. But doggone it, screw that bastard. We back. Basketball is back in Dallas. A few days away on Monday. And basketball is truly back for the city of Dallas. I love it. I love it. I love it. Back, baby.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a good time, and it's gonna be a really good time for everybody.
As long as my Dallas Wings do not hire Nico as their general manager, we are just fine. We are just fine because we know he's gonna trade up for somebody from Team USA back in 2015, and it's 2025. But anyway. Whoa, we got special guests on.
Well, hold on before you go there, because we got to tell people at home. Now, if you want to go to the Wings deal, you have to get a ticket online. You have to go to I think you go on the website and get it.
Okay.
But the tickets are free. They don't cost anything. So you can I think it's through. I think you got to go through UTA to get them. I'll put the link out on where you can go and get them at. But the tickets are free. I don't know if they're gone already. I mean, hell, they let me get up to as high as eight the other day.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, you can enjoy the party. I'll be there. Kendrick will be there. It's gonna be a great night. We after the draft is over with, we'll be doing a live broadcast. Might want to tune in there. We might have some special guests come by. We'll be working on them throughout the night. But yeah, definitely come join us. But we definitely got to talk Stars, but right after this. And usually when that comes on, that only means one thing. That means that we have a very special guest joining us. You know him as Brian Sweet. We know him as Chicken Sweet. He joins us live to talk about the Stars, the debacle that they're going on right now. Chicken, do we have you, Chicken?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep, I'm here.
Oh wait, are you going to the Wing party too?
I don't know if I'll be there because there's a possibility the Stars could win the division next week, but it's slim.
Oh, come on. We got that locked up. Don't worry about
that. Chicken.
After this past weekend, no, we don't. No, we don't.
Chicken. I want to know since the Dallas Stars, after winning 7 straight, have now lost 3 straight. I want to know, and people want to know around the Dallas-Fort Worth area, has Nico Harrison secretly became the general manager of the Dallas Stars? Is he the shadow GM?
No, he's not a shadow GM for the Stars.
Okay, thank God. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus.
Hey, Chicken, is Kurt Miller the best GM in Dallas right now?
Jim Nell's up there right now after what he pulled off at the trade deadline this year.
But Kurt Miller's about to pull off Paige Becker's and a great offseason with the pickups he got.
He'll be up there with Jim Nell, I can tell you that.
So Jim Nell first. Jim Nell first, Kurt Miller, then we go Jerry Jones, and then Nico.
No, I would say Chris Young, the Rangers at 3.
Okay, yeah, so Chris Young 4, Jerry and Nico. Wow.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you can't put Jerry last.
Jerry said I'm not taking last place on this one. I can't take last place on this one.
No, Jerry. Jerry don't take last place, but Nico sure does take last place right now in Dallas. So.
Jerry's like, thank God you traded for Luka Doncic for AD.
Thank God. Thank
Take
God.
the heat
bro,
off me this summer.
I was getting my head tore up over here after this past season. Jerry said there's a ram in the bush at any time. There's a ram in the bush.
Chicken, how do we fix the stars, man?
This is the one key issue a lot of people, including me, had going into the season, is the defense. What happens if their top defenseman, Miro Heiskanen, goes out with an injury? And if you want to know what we saw last night, I just have nothing to describe what happened last night. That has never happened in my lifetime of watching hockey, where a team will score 3 unanswered goals in the final minute of a game to force overtime. And it's just, it's a very super rare phenomenon. And, I have no answer for what happened, but other than the players were standing around in the, in the star zone. I mean, they could have easily stolen the puck and put our empty net goal in. Instead, they just stood there and basically told Casey DeSmith, "You got this, buddy." And
I'm trying to realize how in the world does a team score 5 goals in one period?
If I knew the answer to that, Kendrick, I would have a PhD.
5 goals. That's fine. And in the last period. I mean, what the hell are you doing?
My friend texted me and he goes, Is the LASIK surgery place open tomorrow? Because it's like our goaltender lost his vision after the second period. There are times where he was just trying to find the puck, and it's just like he was looking around and got lost track of it, and it's just the Stars basically had to win out in order to win the division. Winnipeg had to lose 2. The Stars still have a slim chance of winning the division, but I don't see it happening. I think we're going to get Colorado in the first round, and it's going to be it could be a short playoff run if that defense that we saw last night shows up.
Wow. If that happens, Chicken, that is an utter failure of a season. Does somebody get fired if this team can't go out in the first round?
It can't. I mean, it would be unexcusable, but it's one of those things that right now there's no really good available head coach that could replace Pete DeBoer if it happens, and he's also going to be on his last year of his contract next year, so you might as well just let him finish out the contract and try it again with everyone healthy again. Now, there is some good news. The Stars could get Tyler Seguin back for game 1 of the first round of the playoffs, which would help the offense a little. But I'm still concerned about that defense, because when Miro Hiskanen's in there, their goals against average they give up goes down. And when he got hurt against Vegas a couple months ago, like within 5 games of of him getting injured, the goals against average the Stars gave up went through the roof. I mean, it just, I've never seen where one player can completely affect how a team plays defense in hockey. And other reporters are, completely dumbfounded that, one player can change the trajectory of how long the team could be in the playoffs. And Miro needs to be back by game 2 or 3, or else I think this could be a very quick series against Colorado.
Chicken, does the NFL fire head coaches right before the playoffs like the NBA does?
No, usually with if the NHL, like if you're a playoff team, usually if they don't do well, they get fired during the off season. But let's say if you were like on a 20-game losing streak. But let's say if you were on like a 20-game losing streak, like the Flyers coach was, then you get fired mid-season.
But never right before the playoffs, right?
No. Usually, if your team's going to be in the playoffs, usually you keep the coach because that would be that would just the psychology with the team and everything. It would just screw up everything, the chemistry, everything. If you fired the head coach.
Chicken, I know we always talk about your defense has, especially in hockey, and the goaltending has to be elite. It has been teams that have won Stanley Cups with the offense. Has it had?
I mean,
we got chicken.
Offense is the best defense for ailing defense. I've seen it happen where teams can easily mask a very weak defense with offense, where they take out the opponent early on in the game, and then you just see the other team just not even want to play anymore. And that's what the Stars are going to have to do if they want a long playoff run. They're going to have to really do really great puck possession in the opponent's zone and really just be aggressive at the front of the net. They can't decide, we're going to be like the Harlem Globetrotters and pass the puck around 15 times for taking one shot on goal. It's just one of those things that you got to keep firing at the net. Hopefully it gets a lucky bounce off the goaltender and the guy's right there for the rebound.
How'd you feel about all this Luka love inside the AAC tonight?
Well, I'm happy he dropped 45 on him.
Why would you? Why?
I'm just saying the way how they kind of, traded him out of the blue after he bought a house here. I mean, I just don't think, the Mavericks handled the trade well. They kind of rushed it. And, Nico kind of folded like a lawn chair when, the LA Lakers guy got
right.
He was trying to get Dalton Connect or Austin Reeves. I can't remember which one.
Hold on.
The LA Lakers
Chicken.
said, "No, I'm not trading him."
Chicken, we talking about this. We talking about this. Hold on. This is how the trade went. Nico Harrison said, "Hey Rob, I'm thinking about trading Luka. You want him?" He said, "What?" And Rob said, "What? Yeah, I'm trading Luka. You want him?" And Rob said, "Sure. Okay." Nico. Yeah, if I want AD. Okay. Rob, Nico, don't tell you ain't gonna tell anything about this. I said, no, I'm not gonna tell. Make sure you don't tell anybody about this trade. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Nico. I want a first round pick. Robert is mine. This fool just said he just wanted one first round pick. Rob said it out his mouth. Okay, that's all. Okay, sure.
What happened in that conversation?
Sure. Okay. Hey, Shay, remember, Nico, don't say anything about this trade. Don't say anything about this trade.
Just a little bit more.
We got a deal.
So basically, Nico was a sucker in this deal.
Yes. He folded like one of those plastic tables.
Hey, you can ask. You can if you put Troop Serum in Rob Pelinka's veins right now, he gonna tell you the same damn thing. Yeah, he was a sucker. He was a sucker. God, dog. That man traded for AD and a pack of gum.
The Rangers smacked up on the Cubs today.
Kendrick, you'd be like, "Hey, off the record, the guy's a sucker."
Yeah, that guy's
the Rangers smacked up on the Cubs today. How'd you feel about that?
I thought they played better today. You know, it's kind of hard. I kind of understand why Nathan Evaldi had a bad game the other day. When it's cold outside, it is hard to grip a baseball. And,
that wind condition, I saw the game, both games. Those that wind condition was terrible.
Yeah, and the thing is,
actually today it was terrible.
Oh, today was terrible. You could tell both teams were just trying to hack the ball into the outfield, get this game over
But
with.
it helped the Rangers. They got some jet streams. They could hit 3 home runs that wouldn't have went out, but because the jet streams.
There was a couple home runs that I thought were going to end up short, and it's like, well, we'll take
that wind
the
just kept. We'll take that jet stream to
little extra boost into the stands.
But yeah, listen, Rangers are 9-4. That's still a good record. So you take that. Walt Chisholm, he's off the train going to the World Series because he predicted the Rangers go 116-2. And unfortunately, the Rangers got 4 losses, so he's off the World Series train. He's got to come back next season, and we'll see him then. So he's not allowed to talk to Rangers. I don't know why he's even mentioned the name Texas Rangers.
159 and
No.
Your record 159
159 4.
No,
Here we go.
You put your name on 160-2. You stick to it. You take.
Actually, I put my name on 162-0.
Yeah, you don't get to move the goalposts. We know how you like to move the goalposts.
I know. We decided to lose Ranger opening day. You know, I had to pivot real quick and go to 160-2. Now I got to go 159. 159.
Boy, I tell you the truth, boy, you something else. Boy, you something else.
Chicken.
You know,
go ahead.
I was going to say one thing that I noticed about Jason Kidd was he had the same demeanor as Pete DeBoer after that game last night. I mean, Pete DeBoer went into the press conference and was so nonchalant, like, yeah, it happened, but, you know, there's good things that came out of this. And it's like, with all due respect, man, I would expect you to kick over a couple stands and throw a couple.
That's not in my coach's nature. We don't do that. We don't do that.
What did he tell you? Now Tim and Man asked that question.
He said he has to stay level-headed. He has to stay level-headed because if he loses cool in the team, then he can lose the team. He has to keep a maintain composure.
Well, we know before he do all that, he just wants to show up the post game interviews like he did that time.
I mean, literally,
that Clippers game wore him out.
The Stars were a minute from eliminating the Canucks from the playoffs, and they allowed them to stay in the race. That would drive any coach insane.
Okay, Chicken, moving up.
Go ahead, Kid.
I'm gonna answer. Moving up. What? Going down the pike. Next game up for the Stars. How do you see that game going? Tomorrow.
Well, if the Stars want to win the division or have a shot, they got to win it. If not, the Jets get the division. I mean,
okay, yeah, that is against the Jets.
Yeah, it's against the number one team in the Central. And if the Jets were to win in regulation, the Stars and the Avalanche are official.
Okay.
But so the one thing basically the one thing that the Stars really need to lock down is that home ice advantage. It's kind of like a home ice advantage is something that hockey teams really need in the playoffs. I mean, it's with, how loud the Stars have been, how loud the crowd's been. That's something the Stars could use in the first round. Because if they can get through the first round, Miro Heiskanen will probably be back for the second round. So, I mean, we would only get home ice advantage for the first round, but I think the Stars would be in an okay position if they can get past Colorado. More than likely, we would probably play Winnipeg in the second round, unless if a wild card team decides to surprise everyone. But I would take home ice advantage in the first round only this year just to get Miro back. And if the Winnipeg Jets were to beat the Stars, then it wasn't our year. I mean, the Winnipeg Jets are one of the best teams, all around teams I've seen and their goaltender is one of the best American goaltenders that's in the NHL right now, other than Jake Onger.
Okay.
Hey,
guys, want to go out there? Tickets are low as $42.
Hey, real quick, Kendrick, earlier I was doing some recon and I just realized that Russell Westbrook has gotten so many coaches fired. And I was going down the list. Start with Scott Brooks. Got him fired.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
he got Mike D'Antoni fired
Really?
in Houston. He got Mike D'Antoni fired in Houston. He got Frank Vogel fired in LA.
Russell Westbrook is sitting in Sacramento, what minding his own business. You sitting straight.
Well, I was just sitting here and this came across my phone and I was like, damn, Russell Westbrook got a lot of coaches fired in his career. Scotty Brooks, Mike D'Antoni, Frank Vogel.
He the ultimate coach killer. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 4 or 5 of them on his resume.
I was about to say he can make a starting 5 out of that.
Hey, that boy got more sniper kills than you on Call of Duty, Walt.
Yeah. I don't have too many sniper kills. Yeah. Woo-wee. Chicken. I remember this list: Scott Brooks, Mike D'Antoni, Frank Vogel, and now Mike Malone. Only person that withstood the test of time with him is Tyrone Lue. Only person to stay a head coach after. My Lord.
That is true. Yeah.
All right, Chicken. Well, I guess for us with the Mavs, we don't have too many more of these games. How many more games does the Stars have?
Well, including tomorrow night, they got 4. They got Winnipeg tomorrow night. Then they got Utah. Next week, they hit the road to Motown to take on the Red Wings, who just got eliminated the other day.
Okay.
Good for them.
And then they finish out in Nashville. And then by at least next week, we'll know who we play. If the Stars lose a game, it's basically going to be Colorado.
Okay. All right.
So that's not a good matchup.
Well, it's somewhat a good it's somewhat an okay matchup if we get home ice advantage and we get Tyler Seguin back for game 1. I think with our offense we could mask Miro's absence, but I'm definitely concerned because they got Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar. They got some really good talent on that team, and it went 6 games last year, and Matt Duchene scored the game-winning goal in overtime, double overtime. So this could go the distance. I think it could go 6-7 games.
Okay, what's the best possible? What's the best possible matchup? And man, I hope it'd be great if we can match up against this team.
If somehow the Winnipeg Jets decide to lose altitude and just go into a nosedive and crash into the mountains, Minnesota Wild would be our best bet because they got a couple players that, are coming off injuries. They're probably not going to be up to speed based on the severity of their injuries. And I think that could be like the best case scenario. The last wild card team I would want to play is the St. Louis Blues if they clinch a playoff spot. They won 12 in a row just to get into the playoffs. They lost to Winnipeg in overtime, but they literally went from lottery team all the way into the wild card conversation. They haven't clinched yet, but they're up there.
Okay.
All right, man. Well,
okay.
We will see each other down the road. Too bad you won't be at that wings party. It's gonna be.
I wish I could be there, but
it's gonna be, as the kids say, it's gonna be litty. That's what they do. It's gonna be
my
litty.
God, here we go again, man. You're almost 40 years old. Stop it.
How many?
Stop it. It's over.
What happened?
It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over.
What happens if they walk out on stage and say, "Oh,
your daughter's about to on the verge of graduating for the graduate high school. It's over.
She's just a freshman.
It's over.
Freshman.
It's funny. I saw this funny.
Hey, them years pass by quick. Go ahead.
I saw this funny a funny meme the other today. So there's a possibility Tyler Sagan could get sent down to the minor league team in near Austin for a couple of games before the season. And at like 35 years old, he's very, he's a veteran. And someone posted the "How are you doing, kids?" GIF. And it was kind of funny because it's like Tyler Sagan would stick out like a sore thumb on that team because they're all in their 20s, and then Tyler Sagan's like 35.
I'd feel his pain. Well, all right, chicken. So we will catch up with you next week sometime, man. We'll coordinate.
Okay.
All right, man. You have a good night.
You guys have a good night. Thanks for having me on.
No problem. And like Kendrick,
all right, man.
Like Kendrick told you a few minutes ago, big party going down Monday night. We're gonna be there live. It's just gonna be a good party. Kendrick has already told you he's setting this up for you guys. He's got all the stars lined up. This was his doing of bringing Paige Beckers to Dallas. So here it is. He's gonna get to live in all his glory live Monday at
nobody. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, he's gonna be live in the building. He's gonna be live in the building to take his rightful step on the throne of.
They need to build me a statue. They need to build me a statue there. I should have a statue
right next to Paige.
She got to do her work. I already did my work. I should be put in the Hall of Fame. I should be put in the Wings Hall of Fame for this.
Well, I can't wait to hopefully be running to Captain Kirk, and I can't wait to tell him that introduce you to the man for the reason of this draft pick.
Yeah. He should thank me. He should shake my hand. Say thank you for saving my franchise.
Shouts out to Maddie, who actually drew the card and everything. So she was there.
Well, she had honorable consideration.
Oh,
okay. They do give Oscars for co-stars.
Okay. Runner up. Yeah, join us live Monday.
Yeah.
The Dallas Wings draft party. Party starts at 5:30. The draft is gonna start at 6:30, and we will be there live in person. And you can come out and meet the crew and have a good time. All right, Kendrick. Well, that's going to do it for us here on this Mavs broadcast. We only got 2 more of these left.
Yeah, man. We'll see you Friday.
Yeah, we're going to see you Friday.
Won't be as big.
Yeah, but until then, keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the stars. Always do what's best for business. If we don't see you around, then we will see you around live this Friday night when the Mavs take on the folding Toronto Raptors.
That's more their speed.
I wish you guys nothing but best. The ceiling is the roof.